How's your coffee, Bernie, all right?
Yeah, it's world class.
Happy with that?
Yeah. I reckon you'd be like PJ Tour in coffee making.
You think so?
Yeah. I reckon, I don't think you'd be winning week in, week out, but I reckon you'd be like...
Journeyman?
No, a bit better than that, I think. Like top 50 in the world, I'd say.
What do you think of that?
The Golf Father. Nice.
Well, Christmas present.
Who's that? What make is that? No make or?
Well, it's based off that the big film.
Yeah, The Godfather. Yeah, I know
Godfather,
that.
yeah.
I didn't know if it was like a particular brand had made it or just
It looks pretty bland.
brandless.
Brandless. Oh no. Pace makes. It's called. Oh no, Pace makes 2. The ball.
No,
Never heard of that
no,
one.
no.
Talking about pace. Thinking about it actually.
Mm.
Interesting. Joe the Pro spoke to him the other day.
Yeah.
And I think he put, I haven't read the article, but I think he put an article out about pace of play. And he sort of said about caddies maybe were part of the problem of pace of play.
Yeah.
What would you say to that? Let's get
they're
into it.
they're feeding the information to the player, aren't they? So they're going to make it as thorough and give them enough information to sort of justify the club selection or what they're doing, I guess. So you'd want a caddy who's very thorough, wouldn't you? Who knew everything about the golf course. I know they pre-walk the golf course, don't they? Make their own notes as well as they have the books. They have the putting books as well now, don't they? Or they've been banned.
I don't know. That's a good point.
I think it might have been banned, actually.
I used one. Well, when I say I used one,
you use one.
This is when all the arrows were on the greens, and they tell you where all the kind of slopes are and things like that. Oh, just before we do that, actually, I'd just like welcome everybody to the Sunday morning show. We've not done that this morning.
We started before, didn't we?
Got going straight out of the blocks, and it's like our golf, really, isn't it? Get
quick
out the blocks, quick out the blocks, and then out in a Ferrari, back in an ambulance.
Yeah.
Is that how we do it?
I think so.
Anyway, yeah. So caddies. Kind of, if you think about it, there's the discussion between caddy and player. There is getting yardages. There's green reading books. We were just talking about green. I lost my track there. So we talk about green reading books, which have they been banned? Well, they were just. There's a lot of information on those books. A lot of information.
I remember you showing me the one that you were given at the. Was it the English Open?
BMW.
No, the one at. The one during COVID where you caddied for Paul. It was about.
No, that was the Forest of Arden.
Forest of Arden, yeah. I remember seeing that one, and there was a lot of it. I mean, you'd almost need a degree
in slopes
to really work out what was going on. I mean, it's so thorough, but I guess they don't help, do they? The players not doing a lot though when you think about it, because they're cleaning clubs, they're raking. I mean, they do have. In big tournaments, they have bunker rakers, but they are doing the clubs, aren't they? Cleaning the clubs, giving the clubs out, taking pins out, things like that. So the time they take is the player's just literally hitting his golf shot and handing the club over, isn't he?
Yeah.
So
I would say that they keep the pace of play moving. I would say, just from my experience of being a tall caddy.
I've done, and I've dabbled in the old caddying,
you have. You've
Open
done,
Championships.
Do you feel like in your Open Championship experience that you kept the pace of play going, or
I'll be honest
have
with you.
been the hinder of Paul?
No, I'll be honest with you. That was my least concern. I was obviously trying to make sure Paul had everything he needed, keep up with Paul really. So I was, as a caddy, I was not pushing the pace on. I was going at Paul's pace. So I was making sure that I got to the ball when he got to the ball. Obviously walked behind him, alongside him, not really in front of him, but I got to the ball when he did, give him the club and then move away. So it was more, I was more concerned with Paul rather than, like you said, pace of play. But
yeah, I get it.
Well, Matt Fitzpatrick does his pre-shot routine when somebody else is hitting.
Talking about Matt Fitzpatrick, our mate Billy, they've finished.
I know. God, there's a lot of links going on here, isn't there?
Billy Foster
has...
and Matt Fitzpatrick have. Whenever I say Matt Fitzpatrick, I always say Matt's. Well, I don't know why. Matt. It's because of the blend into Fitzpatrick, isn't it? But anyway, so Billy has finished with Matt, which is does it surprise me? I don't think it surprises me.
No, I mean from our day with Billy a few years back. It was definitely a professional relationship. It wasn't, for me, I mean, I could be getting this wrong, but my impression was that there wasn't much personal relationship. It was more of a professional. It was a job rather than, you know, I guess when some people are caddying, you know, like Al's caddying for Paul Waring.
Yeah.
They've been friends since, you know, since they were growing up, and it's a friendship, isn't it? Rather than a
that big.
Yeah. I don't know how big they were. Maybe this big, that big. Yeah.
Al's always been that small.
But that was a partnership, and they're mates, aren't they? So they hang out together off the golf course, and he's got like a nice group that he hangs around with as well, other caddies and other players, and they're almost on an equal level. Whereas the impression I got is, well, they call them rats, don't they? The caddies were rats, weren't they?
Yeah,
so
but his number plate had rat on it.
Which I was under the impression, or what I felt, that it was purely personal. They wouldn't be hanging out together. I mean, the age difference as well was quite substantial, wasn't it?
Difficult to know that. I don't know, actually. Difficult to know that. I would, only from what I saw, maybe, let's say, on the full swing. So if you watch the full swing, they do a bit with Matt in the full swing, and I would say that when they finish at the golf course, they go their separate ways, and Matt goes to his rented accommodation or wherever he's staying, and Billy will go into digs, probably with other caddies. Yeah, I would think. So he'll probably have a couple of other caddies.
Probably quite old school, I guess, because I mean he has been on tour
a long time.
So has he got another bag yet?
No, I didn't see that he jumped into anything. I'm sure we won't hear for a little while, but I can't imagine he's looking to retire.
No, he seemed like he was a lifer, didn't he? As long as he could walk and carry the bag, that he would be out there on
as much
tour.
As he could.
He seemed to like the whole lifestyle.
And I think it's part of his world, isn't it?
Yeah, he's done it for so long, but maybe he's having a few months off before sort of getting back
Now
on.
would be a good time to get out and film with him.
So have you ever thought of turning pro, like? Nice drive, just gone to the right of the bunker.
Thank you.
Perfecto.
That'll do, mate.
I'll tell you what, you'll be on the waves rounds if he keeps playing like this.
I know he's got into that podcast. He started doing a bit of that. Didn't he? But
do you think there's a possibility there? We seemed to get on really well with him, didn't we?
I've messaged him a couple of. I spoke with him on Instagram when I did my. I sent him when I went to Spain and did the Sevi thing, because obviously he's a massive Sevi fan and he's friendly with the brothers and family, I suppose. Yeah. I did message him on Instagram. I sent him the video of it, and he watched it. And he's like, "Oh, I love this. I'm going to take my mates out there and go and see the brothers and do all that sort of stuff." But genuinely nice guy.
Yeah, really nice guy. Couldn't have been more
accommodating,
helpful.
Yeah.
Couldn't do enough for us, which, you know, we've had experiences where people haven't been, and he's one of the good guys.
Absolutely one of the good guys.
Well, you've had a little bit of an exciting trip, haven't you, this week?
Well, it's actually, Bernie, been very exciting in the fact that we've come back from a very exciting trip, and then I've nipped off and done my own little exciting trip.
Too much excitement in your life at the moment.
Way too much excitement in my life. But first trip, France.
Oh,
talk to me about your little French adventure.
Well,
do you remember the first day?
Let's just start from the beginning.
Should we start? Well, I would think you wouldn't want to relive that. No. You might want to start on day 2.
So last year we went away, which you'd have seen some videos on your channel, and I did a few videos as well. And we did exactly the same trip this year because it was great value for money and we had a great time, but with 2 different people, didn't we? Didn't take, last year we went with Chris and Lee Whitaker, but this year we went with Ben and Leon, didn't we? Which was a brilliant trip. I absolutely loved it.
A lot of fun.
The weather was superb. Courses were world class, particularly Dinard, which you'll see soon on. You filmed every shot, didn't you, of Dinard?
Do you know what I loved about the trip the most? Was seeing all the DHG brigade there.
Yeah, that was good as well.
All the guys that follow this, be watching this video, I'm sure, with their DHG hats on, Sunday morning show stuff. I loved it. I thought that's what it's about.
Oh, 100%.
That is what it's about.
We didn't arrange the trip. It was all done through Graham and Bonjour Golf. But there was, like I said, there's quite a lot of subscribers to this channel that are there, and it was good to catch up with them and play a bit of golf with a few of them as well. But so if you don't know much about it, then I would definitely look to get involved. It's a cheap trip, isn't it? Start of the season, gets your season going as well.
Yeah.
Kickstart it off. Good golf courses, good company. Just fun, really. Good. Everyone. I've not, like I said last time, I've not played with anybody on there that I wouldn't want to play golf with again.
And you got a bit excited out the blocks, didn't you?
Yeah. I made the schoolboy error, which I've
Again,
done.
like you and the ferry. Are you nervous on the ferry?
No, I love ferries. I'd live on a ferry if I could.
Would you?
Yeah, but no. There's a few lads on there that I knew, a bit with a catch up. The drinks were flowing. You took yourself away from the situation, which was very clever of you.
Did you see that?
Yeah, and sat with a different group, and
Yeah.
I felt okay when I went to bed, and then when I woke up on the Monday morning, I was not in a good place. That's the worst I've been for years.
You were green.
Yeah.
Honestly, I couldn't look at you for a bit. I mean, you didn't say a word as we were leaving the ferry port, did you?
No, it was just, I don't drink that often now, and it was just, got carried away, and then everything I was, how much detail do we go into?
Not too much, but okay. what I would say is I've never seen you, I know you lost that spoof game, and then you had to down that drink, or that pint, and I have never seen you down anything. Like, I've never seen you down a pint.
I can down pints, I can do, I just choose not to.
I've just never seen you do it. And I thought...
It was the Jaeger,
when you did it, I looked at you, I thought...
This is dangerous.
You
didn't come and give me any advice though, did you?
There was a lot of people that I felt a bit of pressure, you know? And
yeah,
you were in full flow.
That's the only alcohol I drank all the rest of the week. I didn't drink again.
Did you not have any wine?
No, I couldn't drink anything. I felt that rough.
I feel like you missed out on the nice wine on this trip. Yeah. However, we did all right. We finished third,
yeah.
Which was...
That's twice we've been third.
Yeah, back to back thirds. I mean, we were... I remember when I've filmed it now, and it's obviously been out this week, but at the end of the video, I said, I don't feel like we're out of it. After day one, because we had 38 points and 34 points. I think you guys had 34.
Less than that, 32 I think.
No, 34 you were.
Oh, do
34, yeah. Okay. And you looked at me as if to say, no, we're not in this. We're not in the run for this. But we did finish third, which I was, and with a chance of finishing second at one point. Yeah. Didn't we?
We did. Second day we did well, didn't we?
Bounced back.
2 teams, and then we teamed up together on the final day at Dinard.
Yeah.
We played nicely, didn't we?
It's
going to be a good video. When
we say we played nicely, it'll be... I'm looking forward to everyone to see this one. I've not got anywhere near editing it yet, but you delightful, Bernie. It was like back in '96 for you. It really was. Back in your heyday,
it was
carrying the team.
It was okay, but you did your bit as well. Like we dovetailed all right. Yeah, we dovetailed nicely. I don't know what I'm going to do with that video because I tried to make it a bit different. I filmed from a few different angles, didn't really get the camera in position for shot traces, but I was trying to make something a bit more flavoursome.
Yeah.
And then you were filming every shot, so I don't know whether to make mine into an individual comp or wait till you've done yours and then edit it into do my own same thing. I don't really know what to do with it.
Do
but
what you want. I mean, maybe
I've put the other video
up
out
to you. Yeah, I've seen that. It's good.
Yeah.
I watched all of that. It was nice.
Yeah.
And Leon made his debut on on
YouTube. Yeah.
Which I know he's very happy with. And then Ben, did you film Ben as well?
I didn't. The first day I was just pleased to get around the golf course.
That's right, you were. Yeah. So I filmed Ben, so we'll get that one out as well. So Ben will make his debut as well. Yeah. Which will be nice, wouldn't it? Yeah. Absolutely, it'd be nice for that.
You've got a trip there as well. A good little link now later on in the year, haven't you, over to France?
Yes. So it's literally coming to the end of having to make a decision on whether this trip's actually going ahead. Okay. So it's part of the society. We've actually got the Dan Hendriksen Golf Society bumbling along really quite nicely, as in we're getting some bookings now from people that are getting involved. And the idea of the society is for me to get access for you guys to have to play some of the golf courses that we've played, or even more golf courses, because I know there's other golf courses that want to get involved. Yeah. So we contact the golf courses, we get the best rates we can get, and then we put it onto the website, and then people can take advantage of those rates and go and play. Now, to kick things off, on the 2nd of May, which is a Friday, I have 9 spots left. There'll be 40 people. It's the first come, first serve. 40 people, 9 spots available to come and play at Bovey Castle.
Am I one of those spots?
You're one of those spots.
Oh,
You're in there.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
I was going to say you got 8 otherwise.
No, you got 9 spots. So it's coffee, bacon, bap on arrival from 10 a.m. Bovey Castle, by the way, lovely, beautiful golf course, and it's starting to really come together in shape-wise. It'll be beautiful by May the 2nd. Coffee, bacon, bap on arrival. 18 holes of golf. Prize presentation. Kick off.
Perfect.
The Dan Hendriksen Golf Society.
You would not, if you go and play it, you will not be disappointed.
You will not be disappointed at all.
We used to have a Euro Pro event there, didn't it, for several years. Yeah. I got a feeling one of the West Region Championships or something's there this year as well. I'm not sure
like
what.
No, it's not West Region Champs. It used to hold the West Region Champs.
Yeah.
Barry Austin won it around there, I believe.
I'm sure I played in it around there, but there's something there this year, isn't there?
There is. It's one of their new something
Order of Merit or
series.
something?
No,
Yeah.
it's a national thing.
Oh, is it? Oh, even better.
So when they go to the southwest, they go down to Bovey Castle and play.
Lovely.
So it's it's a beautiful. I love it. Like if
Yeah.
I was going to join somewhere, Bernie, I'd be joined down there.
It's just a little bit too far from. Like I'm Newton Abbot now, so.
It's not far for you then.
No, it's still 45.
20 minutes?
No, 45 minutes.
Or is it?
Yeah, because it's just the road network from where we are going up there is. You wouldn't want to do it regularly. You wouldn't want to do it 3 or 4 times a week if you were going up there to play.
No.
But for a one-off, it's worth the journey because it's so good.
Yeah. And then in September, like I said, this is the last call really for September, whether people are interested in coming on a coach trip, picking up along the way up to Portsmouth, cross on the ferry into, I believe, Caen, and then up the coast to the Normandy area, where we're going to look at the Omaha Beach, go and look at World War II type of stuff, 2 rounds of golf, accommodation, back on the bus.
I need to speak to Graham because I want to go on that one.
You want to do that?
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got...
I've never been to a Armour
Yeah,
Beach,
we haven't got that many signed up, if I'm honest. So it might be one of those that we have to pull the plug on, but I'm really hoping we don't, because I know that the guys that came to France with us last year and the guys that have come on this trip loved it.
Yeah.
So a worthwhile
Yeah,
trip,
it'd be a shame if it has to be pulled because there was a lot of interest in
doing
it. So, yeah.
Well, that's why we put them on, because
Yeah.
we get so much interest of people wanting to do it that we say, well, okay, we'll put one on and see what happens. So, yes, that is what's coming up. However, I have been I did a video the other week, and with James Ruth and Joe the Pro, people have been asking me about when the follow-up one. We're just waiting for James's clubs to arrive.
Yeah.
For then Joe to go through the process to get his fit right.
Yeah. Well, just to check them or
check out what.
Yeah, make sure they're right because a lot of the time they're not, are they?
Well, so I've been to Mizuno for a fitting.
Yeah.
There's a set of golf clubs that, as soon as I saw these clubs and I hit them over in Portugal for the videos that I was doing for Foremost, I fell in love with these clubs, and I'm like, and I was umming and ahhing. I'm like, oh, do I? I've given my PXGs a year in the bag.
Yeah.
I don't feel like my performance has got any better with them, as in I don't feel like they're helping me any more than what my blades were. I feel like I was hitting more greens with my blades than I was with my PXG. So I chucked the blades back in the bag, started hitting more greens, felt really comfortable with them. So I thought, do you know what? Blades I've had in the bag since 2019.
Yeah.
Can you believe that?
Of course, yeah, no.
It's a long time.
Have they brought out a newer one since?
No,
so
they've never released them. I got them in the end of 2019.
Can't you?
Yeah, they're still available.
Yeah.
They're the 620 MBs.
Yeah, I
for
didn't think
Titleist.
they'd brought any new ones out. I mean, I know lost a bit of contact with Titleist and stuff.
But no, they haven't. They brought out a prototype version for Justin Thomas, which were the 621s.
But they never mass-produced them.
Never mass-produced them. So obviously blades are difficult because people don't just buy blades. They're a small market, so they're not going to release them loads, you know.
No.
So, and how do you get any better than those? Beautiful set of irons.
No, when you brought them into the office, I know you had like a half set that you were doing a film with. They are stunning.
The Mizunos.
Like, yeah, if you haven't seen them, you just need to see them.
Yeah.
Like literally, I mean, they're too good for me.
Yeah.
But they're just that's the thing of real beauty, aren't they?
They are. So I got an invite up by Mizuno to go and test out not only just obviously their irons, but I looked at their wedges, I looked at everything. But the way they do it at Bearwood Lakes is you go up there, they've got the tour van there.
Yeah.
So when the tour van's not on tour, it sits at Bearwood Lakes.
We saw the tour van at the Open, didn't we? We
did.
Work
we
there
went and did a bit of stuff in there.
Yeah.
So the same guys that were on the tour van looked after me.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
So went up
nice
there,
guys as well.
checked out all my clubs. I shouldn't give too much away because there's a whole video coming out on it. But
Spoiler alert.
The detail, phenomenal.
You told me a few things about it, and it's. I was a bit flabbergasted when you were like, I was like, you what? Like, that I couldn't believe some of the stuff that they did, and what they, without giving anything away, you've definitely got to watch the video. That's level. That's like
they're behind me.
Yeah. That's ridiculous.
They built them in the tour van for me once my fitting
Dan was away
done.
yesterday, and now he's here, and I've seen his clubs. They're already here.
They're already here.
They're like with him.
ready to go. The sun is shining. I've got to pick kids up from school today, so it's a bit tricky to go and actually hit some balls with them. But the sun is shining. I want to get out and hit these clubs.
Yeah.
Because they are. There's some really interesting numbers that I got with them.
Yeah.
And there's a shaft change, which I
so
was
my
shocked
issue
about.
when I had a little play around with them was the distance I hit them was like they were at least a club shorter than anything I was hitting. But I guess that you got properly fitted, so that shouldn't be an issue. And hopefully you made a few gains over your Titleist. But you'll have to watch the video.
All will be revealed, which I'm so excited to share with everybody. There's a lot of footage that we went through. I've got a lot to get through. So, interesting. I'm just excited to see that is going to be the set of irons that I'm going to use for 2025.
Yeah, just a quick one. On that camera that's staring at me, there's something here.
Yeah, it's the jacket.
Oh, it's a jacket. Okay, I couldn't see whether it was the...
You think it was someone looking at you?
No, I just thought it was
Ghost.
something that's gone on the screen or something was across the lens or something. I couldn't...
Yeah.
I didn't know what it was. Oh, okay, that's fair enough.
Jacket, Under Armour jacket.
That's all right.
Probably best jacket in golf, that one. Is that they're all recording, aren't they?
Yeah,
that's
I think so.
good.
Yeah, it makes a change.
We're actually up and running.
Do you remember? It wasn't that long ago. We did a whole show, didn't we? In one of the cameras.
We've done. I don't know if you remember.
Oh yeah, we had to redo one once, didn't we?
But twice.
Yeah.
The audio, we didn't plug it in.
What's this? We didn't plug it in.
the royal way.
Anyway,
we've been whittering about me for way too long. Come on, tell me.
What's your favourite subject?
Let me hear about you. You've just been out on the golf course. You popped in another little putter in the bag. More of a tester.
Well, I'm trying. So every time I play golf now, I'm trying to make some content around the golf because it's hard to go out there and have a casual round of golf and not do some sort of filming. So I've just
doesn't work.
No,
Your brain doesn't allow it.
I've made the decision this year to concentrate more on making sure I get enough content out rather than worrying about my handicap, my scores, etc. So I try, if I'm going to test stuff out, I want to test it out in a competitive environment. So not being putting, well, putting's been okay, but it's not been brilliant the last few weeks. And I did promise the guys at Timberworks that I would take their putter out and game it in.
By the way, I do like Timber Touch though. That's
Timber
nice.
Touch is a new one. Timberworks, yeah.
Timberworks. But you could start up Timber Touch.
Yeah.
Can you? That's a nice. I like that. That's
you like that?
Word, yeah.
So I just basically took out a wooden-headed putter, which I did a review on a couple of months back, which they kindly sent me.
Yeah.
And I've just put it in play during a competition round. So I filmed me putting with it, and it's interesting. Like, yeah.
3 degrees aloft. You know, it's not.
It's surprising. Like you.
It
I know
really
tech
be.
has moved so much, but there's a lot of tech in the head. Like the weighting system is very similar to my lab putter, the way it's balanced, and they're all doing it now.
But if you think about golf,
Yeah.
okay, think about how long golf's been going. Putters have been wooden more than they've been metal.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you reckon? Do you reckon?
But that's the same with woods and
Yeah,
stuff.
everything.
Yeah.
So wood shouldn't be a bad. It's tried and tested for many, many years.
Yeah, I mean, you're not looking for necessarily power. I guess the only thing you're looking for is consistency, aren't you? And the ball speed off the face. But with that tech, I mean, I've putted as well today as I putt with a lab putter, which is with a putter a quarter of the price and made of wood.
And to be fair, you've been putting quite nicely with your lab.
It's been okay, yeah. But I think I've putted better today. We'll have to watch the video to find out.
Does that mean it's staying in or what?
I honestly, I mean, the greens now at Churston have come on leaps and bounds, and this is the best I've seen the greens, in my opinion, in the last like 18 months.
Yeah.
And they're a good pace. They're reasonably quick, and I think you could use it on quicker greens. Yeah. Whether I could use it with a bit of moisture on the greens, which Saturday when I play, because I'm off first, there will potentially be some moisture on the greens. Whether that'll make a difference, I don't know. But I'm going to give it a go and put it in the bag again, because it certainly was no worse than my lab putter, and I personally feel it was better. But
Do you know what's another thing, just to move away from that subject of wooden putters?
Yeah. It's like my heart wouldn't.
Victor Hovland, winner on the PGA Tour again.
Yeah.
Game on. What do you think about that?
He's got to have a good chance of the Masters, hasn't he? He's got the game.
Well,
for
I put a poll out on my Instagram saying now that Victor's just won, do we see him winning a major this year? Because he was featuring so much 2 years ago, wasn't he? And not many people said yes.
Didn't they? Okay.
But what I'm coming on to with Victor really is that you've got somebody there who is openly said that he does not like looking at his own golf swing. I mean, don't get me wrong, he's got his own little signature of how he does it. He brings it a little bit on the inside, chucks it a little bit over the top, it's a little bit of a fade. He doesn't like it, and I've actually at sometimes I've kind of tried to emulate what he does, like, because I really like his move, because he's got that one-way type of shot really, which is just a little drift to the right. Yeah. But what's interesting is when you take a player of that caliber who's won, I think he won the FedEx, didn't he?
Yeah.
Win the FedEx. Somebody who's got to the top of the game actually looks at their own golf swing and doesn't like the look of it, as in thinks it's an ugly swing. And I think we're all a little bit like that. Everybody's a bit like that. Like, people don't like listen to their own voice and stuff like that, do they? And
I'm not a fan of my voice. And it's when you see your swing for the first time as well, you've got an idea what it's going to look like,
Picture
and it's
of
a bit of it's not shocking, but I mean, I see my swing all the time on YouTube. But sometimes the camera's not in the right place. It's never directly down the line. Generally, you're putting the camera on a flat bit of ground or moving it, adjusting it, and it comes across differently. It's until sort of end of last year when I started filming my swing more at the driving range to have a look at it, because I wasn't happy with my technique and I felt like I needed to change my swing. And then you look at it, you go, oh my God, like literally, like what is that?
Not happy with it.
Like, there were so many issues with it, and I'm sort of working hard on it now. To make it technically better, but I don't think there's many people that would like their swing, is there? I think they've got a good swing. Would you say you've got a good swing?
I mean, I don't.
Bits of it you like, bits of it you don't.
Bits of it I like.
It's quite long, your swing, isn't it?
It collapses. Yeah, it collapses, and I'm always trying to hold on for dear life to stop it collapsing. Yeah, but I don't know really. It's difficult, isn't it? Yeah. I don't look at it and go, "That's ugly," but I certainly don't look at it and go, "Oh, that's spot on. Well done, me." No. You know. But I just find it fascinating for someone that's probably looked at his swing so much over the years to actually come out and say.
Do you reckon he has regular lessons and coaching? Or
he moved on his coach. He moved off his coach. I don't know if he's come back to the same coach again, but he definitely moved away from a coach that he had for a long, long time. So I really like Victor. I'd love to see him dominate a little bit and really push on and win a major.
He's got a bit of personality as well, hasn't he? Which I like. Who do you fancy for the Masters then? Well, that's probably a separate Sunday show, isn't it? Should we make him wait? Should we make him wait?
Let's make him wait for that one.
Could have a Sunday show Masters special. There you go.
That'd be nice, wouldn't it?
There you go. You can have that. You can have that one. That idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No
charge.
You're full of good ideas today, aren't you? I still don't know whether it's Timber Touch. Timber Touch.
Timber works.
Well, you've got some repairs to get on with today.
I've got quite a bit to do actually today, which is good.
I've got loads of editing to get done. I'm going to spend a bit of time at home at the moment. I'm not planning on going away too much. No. That's the plan.
Never happened.
However, someone just dropped the bomb of, like, there's a potential Florida trip coming up.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Anyway, food for thought.
Mother's Day on Sunday today.
We're
going to wish all the mothers
let's do that. Yeah. Let's do that. So we'd like to wish all the mums out there.
Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day, yeah.
Hope you're all spoilt.
Yeah.
They've already been spoilt because they're getting to watch this.
Absolutely right.
There you go.
Absolutely right.
Dedicated to all the great mums in the world. Yeah. And we both got great mums, haven't we?
We certainly do. Yeah. Absolutely right, Bernie. Well said. Well said. On that note, Bernie, that is concluding the Sunday morning show. I've got to take my mum out for lunch now. I don't know about you. What are you doing today?
Going Woodlands.
Taking her to Woodlands on the drop slide. You can drop her down.
You like this? It's free entry for mums today.
No. Is it?
Yeah.
Right, don't forget, if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button and we'll catch you again on the next Sunday morning show.